military. Famed astrophysicist of the American Museum of Natural History and director, Hayden Planetarium, Neil deGrasse Tyson, joins us now. Thank you very much for being on with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So I guess first of all, let's lay out the premise of your book, and is it based on how scientists and the military play off of each other?
Yes, but there are certain branches of science that are well known in their relationship with war. Physics, for example. Without physics, we wouldn't have had the atom bomb. Without chemists, we wouldn't have had mustard gas and napalm and other weapons of war, and the biologist might weaponize anthrax, for example, in conflict. But the astrophysicists, just historically, were thinking, well, we just sit at the mountaintop and wait for photons of light to come to us. And it's a pretty humble state of existence for us, and that's all true. But at the end of the day, if you look back over the centuries and even millennia, there's been this two-way street between what we do when we study the universe and what military conquest, hegemony, empire building has required of us. So you go far enough back, navigation around the world, all the great seafaring nations required knowledge of where they were in the world and where they were headed and where they came from, where the enemy was, where the friendlies are, and that required navigation that involved stars. And so astronomers back then were fundamental to this exercise.
So then it would seem that the development of a space force would make perfect sense.
Space Force is not, just because it came out of Trump's mouth doesn't mean it's a crazy idea. It's been around for a while. Just saying.
Yeah, good point. Clarify.
Just to clarify, it's been around for a while. No one today is questioning the value of an Air Force when, during the Second World War, that was simply a branch of the Army. It was the Army Air Force. So the Air Force then separated apart, and then no one questions that, then or today. Space is similarly different from air than air is from ground infantry. So it's not a crazy idea. I don't have a horse in this race. All space activities were previously or currently handled by the Air Force. There's the U.S. Space Command under the Air Force. Any Space Force would take all of that, remove it, and give it its own umbrella and maybe add a few things.